Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody, to the Fantasy Sports Game Show. This is a fantasy sports show about fantasy sports for fantasy sports people. We are the sports affiliation. You are the sports affiliation. All listeners are affiliates. An affiliate with the most points wins a pack of cards and stickers. It's nothing compared to what JC, the People's Champ, is going to be giving away here in just a second with a mystery auto jersey with the break boxes. So come join us for that as well. But right now, for the next 30 minutes, he's a contestant, not his normal producer. We have two other wonderful guests. We're going to get to all three of them shortly, but you guys know how this works. If you're new to this, we started out with a mystery question. I'm 34-1. I'm looking for 35-1. I show no mercy, SC. You know this, but I'm going to give you guys a few clues to help you out on this tough one, okay? The clock starts as soon as I finish the question. I give you guys a little bit more time. Give me 1 second here. I've set it for 20 seconds, but I'm going to give you guys a little longer, okay? Because it's kind of a tougher question, not going to lie. But extra 5 seconds, here we go. Starts whenever I finish, and it is. This three-time All-Pro had 420 plus 1 tackles, and he was an all-rookie. Who is he? You only get one guess, too. So here's some clues, okay? He's all-rookie team. He caught an interception in the Super Bowl, scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl, led leagues in interception yards with 295, and had 3 defensive touchdowns. He's in the NFC North, or was. He wears number 36. 36th episode. Ugh.
No clue.
Man, yeah, that was a tough one. The answer is Nick Collins, the great Green Bay Packer. Long time.
Yeah, you the Packers guy here.
Man, man.
Well, I knew, JC, that
I loved him.
We're going to be talking about Minnesota and Chicago for the next 30 minutes almost. So I had to speak in the Packers. I couldn't just let it all go. You know how it is.
That was a good one. That was a good one, man.
Yeah, so move to 35-1, no bonus points. That's okay. That's how it goes. Okay. Let's get right to the contestants today. We got a returning guest. SC Romero is going to be with us at the PPR show. Please tell everybody where to find your work, what you do, man, and tell us how you been. How was your break?
Been good, man. Thanksgiving was great. Good holiday with the family. You know how it is. On top of that, you can find my work on Dynasty Pros, some Devi IDDP, individual Devi defensive players articles on Dynasty Pros every Thursday at Start Sit. IDP article on RPO, and then you can just find me on X at the PPR. So just dropping some Devi and IDP content.
Yeah, dude. If you don't know RPO, one of the best IDP producers out there, man. They have several of the top ranking guys, including the number one back-to-back years over there. If you're not familiar, the thumbs up means you get some points. SC gave you 2 thumbs up right there. Thank you for coming back, man. Go check out his work. I'm in a couple group chats with him. Very active, very knowledgeable guy. You want to go give him a shot. If you're over on our Twitter, go to our YouTube tonight. JC, he's going to be a contestant. JC, please tell everybody about yourself, what you're doing, what's going on, where to find your work.
What's up, everybody? I'm JC. Y'all know me from the sports affiliation. Tonight's gonna be fun. We got the break going on tonight. We got 4 spots left. I'm doing some fun stuff. I got the Prestige out here. We got the auto jersey. We've been giving away some auto jerseys, so I think I got one. We've been doing a lot of Hall of Famers, but I think I got somebody that's a recent player, that's in the NFL right now. That's a starter.
Nice.
On the same team. So we got some good stuff. I know we got some good stuff going on. A lot of these breaks, I'm going to try to be getting these going 2 times a week. Like I said, we got the Hall of Famer stuff going. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The watch parties have been booming. Come hang out with us. It's better than the Manicast.
Yeah, man. Thumbs up. I'm going to give you a thumbs up there. Also, he's been writing the Force or Farce article on Wednesday. You can check that out, the sports affiliation as well. So one more thumbs up there. But how this game works, you also get a thumbs down. And JC snuck out a victory in our Dynasty League, my only Dynasty League I'm in. JC's league, so thumbs down there for you. Sorry, buddy. That's a point lost. And then we got our rookie to the show, Izac. Man, I've been following you. We're in a chat group as well. Been listening to your podcast. Very active on the X. Please tell everybody a little bit about yourself, including me, and where to find your work.
All right. Just started the Fun Football Podcast a couple of months ago. It's on Spotify, Apple, everywhere you get your podcasts. And we do. I kind of started it because me and my buddy do weekly picks. We've done it for this is our third year now. So one of the episodes we go over all the picks, and this week was good. But I do some fantasy content in the other episode by myself and do recaps, power rankings. I always throw my Packers in. I have to do it. You know, this has been a wild season for them, but way up and down. But just excited to be on the show, and let's get rolling.
I really appreciate it, Izac, you joining us. Yeah, Packer fan. Found out that you live in Waxahachie. Your wife's from DeSoto. My only 2 playoff games that I was ever a winner at were on those 2 fields. So I got to give you one more thumbs up. And you're a Packer fan. Just one more, all right? But that's the most love I can show to a rookie. That's a little ridiculous, all right? So let's get to it here. And we're going to get to the questions. 25 seconds on the clock. Okay, if you go a little over on these first 3, no big deal. Okay, so we'll go in the same order as the introductions. We'll go SC, Jace, Izac, and then JC. Okay, we'll switch it around, I guess. But that's how I have it written down on here. Most impressive fantasy football performance. From Sunday, it's all positions. If you're new to this, it could be a defense, it could be a kicker, it could be an IDP, it could be an offensive player. We typically base things off of half-point PPR, but you don't have to. You can rationalize on PPR, as I know you're a fan SC or whatever point system you would like. All right. So SC, we're gonna have 25 seconds on the clock. Best Sunday performance, not Thursday or Friday, Sunday. And who do you got?
Yeah, man, that's got to be Kyron Williams, right? I mean, he came back from injury, 8.94 yards per carry, 143 rushing yards, plus 2 passing or receiving touchdowns. I mean, he's someone that if you needed him to show up, he came out big for you. You put him in your lineups. Downfall is next 2 weeks he goes against Cleveland and Baltimore. So if you're not in the playoffs, go ahead and go trade him because that was a heavy performance. And right now he's the lead back. I mean, they got rid of everybody, so.
Yeah, he's finished no later than RB6 and in games he's played full games on. That's kind of interesting. Rams look like a different team out there. I know it's the Cardinals, but still, they look really great out there. What's up, Mel? Thank you for joining us. Hey, Mel. Thank y'all for being here. Yeah, I got to give you those 2 points on there. I thought that was an excellent call, bringing up the stats. That's a great answer. Okay, Izac, let me see. Going to put some time on the clock for you. Best Sunday performance you saw, and it starts now.
I'm going to go with Bijan Robinson. I've had him in fantasy all year, and he's been kind of a letdown. Seriously, from this coach, it's been a little disappointing, but he had a season high and career high because he's a rookie. He had 27 fantasy points in a PPR, and I've got him in my terrible team. So it's nice to, finally get something. But 123 yards on 19 carries and 2 TDs. And I like the dual threat because early in the season, I saw some flashes as a receiver. So I'm going to go him and hope that they can keep him going as they try to make a playoff push down the stretch.
All right, I got to give you one more right there. Bringing you to 6, my man. Great job, Bijan.
Yeah.
In that dynasty league that I'm losing to JC in, but he finally did something. Maybe stat corrections can get me there, JC.
No.
Who do you have Sunday? Who do you have as your best performance you saw Sunday? And your time starts right now.
On Sunday, I thought you said Turkey Day.
That's the next round.
Oh, well. Sunday, let's see here. I guess I'm not gonna miss on this one. I had it lined up for something else. My bad.
That's okay. It's still set up for later. I mean, there was several.
Yeah, I just gotta pull the games up. I didn't have time to prep. I didn't know I was part of this until last. Let me just pull the games.
Oh no!
Let me just pull the games up.
Okay, I'll give you a little bit of time on this one. Fair enough.
I got to give a shout out to Jake Elliott hitting the 59-yarder in the rain too. It wasn't a big fantasy game, but man, that kick in the rain, that was Tucker level stuff. That was awesome.
Who was that rookie? Who was that rookie who kicked that ball, or that guy who just came out of nowhere who just kicked that 58-yarder right down the middle?
Oh, you're right.
That thing was crazy long.
That was nuts. Who was that?
I don't know. I know Justin Tucker missing his field goal put Koo, like Young Ho Koo as the
Wasn't it
leading
50?
percentage.
Was 58 yarders. His longest was a 50-yarder, like in like practice. Like that was his longest kick.
Danny Amendola, or not Danny, but Amendola hit the crossbar on like a 58-yarder.
All right, I got my guy.
Who is it?
So I'm gonna go Jesse Bates. So Jesse Bates was probably in your league, he was the fourth highest scoring guy this week. Dude went off, man. 13 total tackles, pass defended, interception for 92 yards, forced fumble, and I mean 10 plus tackle. I mean 48.5 or 48.5 points. I mean he had an absolute bananas game.
Yeah, dude, that is a great call. I'm going to give you one more right there. I was talking with Gary Davenport, a friend, at like 3 a.m. before those games. I was like, Jesse Bates is going to have a game, dude.
Dude, he did too.
That 96-yard pick six, man, that'll set the game tone. All right, so after the first question, let's go ahead and move it to the second. Most impressive, who will be the highest scoring player tonight? Okay, so got two teams. I would say not great defenses. So there's a lot of potential all the way around for tackles, for big plays. Who is it going to be, Isaac? Who's your big player tonight and why? And it starts right now.
I'm gonna surprise with Dobbs. I picked him up as my backup to CJ Stroud in my team that is either going to be 8-4 or 9-3. It's on the border. I'm basically tied. I got two guys tonight, but I'm gonna go Dobbs. I think he's got a plethora of weapons. If they get Jefferson back, they'll be great. But they've still got Addison and he's got Hawkinson, and it's against the Bears D. So I'm going to go Dobbs. He's been average. He's had over 20 points and 25 in 2 of his 3 games with Minnesota so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's been surprisingly good. That Minnesota luck continues. There's nothing you can really do much about that sometimes. It just keeps pouring over ever since Case Keenum. I feel like it's like a never-ending cup, right, JC? But who do you got tonight and why?
So I'm going to go TJ Hawkinson. I think that, Dobbs' number one target on that team this year has been Hawkinson. We saw how he was playing also with the Cardinals. His number one target was also the tight end. We saw how dominant he was against, the Saints, putting up tight end 1 numbers that week. So I think that this could be another night. I mean, if Dobbs doesn't run the ball, obviously Dobbs, I still think that he's going to be the number 1 running back on that team, but Hawkinson.
The self-hate is always there. SC, who do you have tonight and the why? And it starts right now.
Man, let's go to the opposite side. Let's go DJ Moore with the Chicago Bears. Why? Because he didn't have the full game of Justin Fields last time they played Minnesota, and he still put up 10 fantasy points. He's had 3 games over 100, 1 over 200 yards with Justin Fields on the field. Fields is healthy. He's back. They need to make a statement saying, hey, we are the guys of the future for this team. DJ Moore is going to have a big game.
And I love it. Going bold, taking a Bear. And let me tell you why I love that. I built my no sweat, same game parlay. I took his yards over 63, 64, and then I took a touchdown. And I took the Bears to win, just to let you know. So I think that's a great call, SC. That puts you back in a tie with the lead. It's 8-8-7 coming down the pipe. Third question before we go into the fourth quarter finale. Just want to give a shout out to Better Vision, man. Go download the app if you have an Apple. You can look at all your bets on one. I put a lot of my bets on different books. I take advantage of it. I can look at the one app and just track them all, as opposed to having to go up, close an app, open the other app. It's all there for you. And then if you play an MFL, my fantasy league, you can play on NFL, you can play on Sleeper. They combine all your fantasy teams as well. So please go check out Better Vision. Download them. It's free, and you'll love using it. All right. Tell them the sports affiliation sent you to. Week 13 buy targets. So what I mean by this is the third question. I just want to define it. I feel like no matter the depth of the league, people drop good players when they're on buy. Whether it's because they need to, whether they think it's just they can find better players or what have you. So this is a crucial week coming up next week because it's only 2 weeks. But if you pick up one of these players from these teams that have a good Week 14 matchup, or you like their playoff schedule, who's it going to be? Okay, and it has to be a Raven, so a Baltimore Raven, a Buffalo Bill, a Chicago Bear, a Las Vegas Raider, a Minnesota Viking, or a New York Giant. All right, so we'll go JC, SC, and then we'll go Isaac. So JC, name a player from one of those teams you're taking. And the why starts now.
All right, so the guy I'm going to go with, it's got to be someone in purple. His name is Justin Jefferson. If you can go out there and try to acquire him from somebody who's been struggling the last couple of weeks, maybe, and you're a team that is either heavy and wide receiver, right? And you can go move a wide receiver and or maybe 2 wide receivers and a running back for JJ. He's ready to come back, man. When he comes back, he's going to be, blowing it up, dude. I'm just so stoked for him to be back.
I think that's a pretty bold move. I got to give you one more thumbs. Seeing if somebody that's just been sitting, and then there's not an IR spot or something like that, you could go get them. That's a pretty bold move, man. I like that. Let's see. So up next, we got SC, and then who you taking, my man, and the why.
Yeah, man. This game may be the deciding factor, but I think you got to go Ty Chandler. Alexander Madison has not been efficient, right? Ty Chandler, their playoff schedule, you're going against the Raiders, who might be without Max Crosby, who just got injured, said he's on the field, but he might not be there. And then against Cincinnati, who has a pretty bad pass rush or rushing defense, right now. But then they play Detroit, but you just need him to carry you those first 2 weeks. Could be some heavy matchups. He could take over the running back room. You go get Ty Chandler.
I love it. I'm giving you one more point there. That's a pretty bold move and probably going to be available. Let's be honest.
I love Ty. I love that answer.
Yeah, that was good. That was bold. All right, Isaac, what do you got for us? 25 seconds, and they start now, sir.
Okay, it's a 2-part answer. If it was a pickup, I'd go Hyatt for the Giants. I think he's going to keep getting targets. He's a rookie. He finally busted out. But a trade target I like is Beckham. I know he had a down game, but with Andrews out, I really think the Baltimore pass offense, they're going to need somebody to go to, and he's starting to flash a little bit like the old Beckham. So if you can get him for cheap from a team that's struggling, you need a receiver, flex, I like him.
Yeah, he had 2 great weeks previous to that. Zay Flowers kind of had his bust-out game, so that's a great call as well. Hi, man. We have the big blue rain of fire with Deontay. I think it just wrapped up, so he's all about it. He talked about Hyde, I believe, too, finally kind of showing that progress. This is when you see those progress from those rookie wide receivers if they're really attempting to. Week 10, I heard Warren Sapp say by the time you get to week 11, week 12, that's longer than you played in college. So now you're a vet. You're no longer like a rookie. You're kind of already got that first year underneath you. So I've always thought that was kind of interesting. All right, we got a tie coming up. It's 11 to 10, pretty tight. SC and Isaac both at 11. JC at 10. Mel's over there getting some points for you guys. I forgot to give it, but you guys are at 5 points. A little behind. That's okay, though. That's all right. Appreciate the participation, Mel and Coach. We're going to see what's going on. We're into the fourth quarter finale. So if you're unfamiliar with the fourth quarter finale, what happens is you must pick different answers, so which I've already done. No big deal. Leading point scorer go first. In this implication, it's SC. Being the veteran of the show, he does get that slight advantage over the Rook. It is half-point PPR. It is redraft. It is based off a 12-team, 100-yard bonuses for receiving and rushing. You're going to get 40 seconds on the timer to answer this because we want it thought out. I will kind of cut you off right at 40 seconds. That's like a debate platform. You kind of get that time, and that's what you get. And then you can use any stat you want, okay? But this one goes back to Thursday, and I thought there was a lot of great performances. Remember, you can't say the same one. So we're going to go SC, Isaac, JC. 40 seconds, SC. Who do you got? Best Turkey Day performance?
Man, I said I'm an IDP guy, so let's go IDP. DeRon Bland. So 10 total tackles, the most of the season, right? Had 7 solo plus a pick 6, his 5th of the season. We know the MVP race is quarterback heavy, but guess what? If there's a defensive player that deserves it, it's DeRon Bland this year. 5 pick 6s, that's amazing. He is that defense, and he's just been stepping up all season. I love him.
Yeah, man.
And he's sending his shit to the Hall of Fame, dude. He already sent his stuff, all his gloves, his cleats, all that's going to the Hall of Fame.
We'll see it next year, man. We got the photo there. We'll probably take a look at it. Great pick, SC. Gave me time to spare. Giving you one more before the bell. So what I forgot to mention in case you're watching this for the first time, 1 thumbs up equals 2 points. That is part of the fourth quarter finale. Kind of like every yard having more significance when you're kind of coming down in the 2-minute drill in the fourth quarter. All right, Isaac. So DeRon Bland is off the radar. You cannot take him, but you have plenty of options. Given day, who did you like and why?
I was most impressed. I mean, the Cowboys played great, but I was most impressed with the Packers doing that on the road against Detroit. I'm going Jordan Love, man. He had, in fantasy, he had almost 27 fantasy points. He controlled the ball in the second half, but he lit it up. And with 3 touchdowns, I was really impressed because I if you listen to my show, I thought Detroit would beat Green Bay, and it was the second game in a row he's had over 20 fantasy points. So I'm going Love, and he started using his legs again. So I'm hoping it's not just last 2 games. I'm hoping it's a trend, and he's building some confidence. He looked like that guy he looked like against Chicago in the beginning of the season. So I'm hoping it wasn't just an aberration. So I'm going Jordan Love.
Wow, right at the buzzer. Got to give you one more there. I think I got to give you one more, too, just for going Packers again. Nothing wrong with that. Doubling up. Yeah, I gave you a little grief because y'all picked the Lions on your Thanksgiving show, but I took the Lions on, like, almost all my eliminators. So, I'm almost done with all those now. And
I was so close. I was so close, too. I almost did it.
And Mel in there listening, she grew up in Green Bay, so she's a diehard. She owns shares as well of the Packers, so owners love. Got to give some.
Me too.
To the
nice.
Oh, we got a board meeting going on here, Mel. 3-0.
Board meeting.
Oh God.
I love it. Yeah, there is another game tonight between 2 other teams, but all right, JC, who do you got? Most important or the most impressive Thanksgiving performance you saw starts now.
I guess we could just go Christian McCaffrey. I mean, I really like that Bland call, man. That's a great call. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's just the guy. I mean, he's just been the guy all year. So I mean, if you took him over JJ, you're very happy. 19 carries, 114 yards, averaging 6 yards per carry last week, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 5 catches, excuse me. Only 25 yards, but I mean, McCaffrey's just been that guy. Set it, forget it. I mean,
yeah, I love it.
For betting too. I mean, he's just been nice for betting.
Yeah, a CMC, he's the real deal. I think he's the best fantasy football player over the past 5 years. I think I got to do that. I'm going to give you a half a point so you can get the even point there. Still pulling it in. I see Coach says my boy Christian watching coming to live. Yeah, finally having a game.
Yeah.
When I knew when they decided to take the whole kickoff, like that's so rare in today's NFL to like receive the kick and to just opt to take it. And I knew, I was like, man, they're doing something. And then they threw that bomb first play. I was having like Vikings flashbacks of like Aaron throwing it and dropping it. And it like went through his hands, but it like hit him and he caught it. So,
Jaden Reed, man. I like Jaden Reed. He's one of my favorite players that I've seen on that team. Like, he's really come alive on that team.
It's the best wide receiver.
Great, man.
He's so good.
I think he's going to develop.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like Reed a lot, man. I think we finally might have gotten some receivers, hopefully.
Yeah, I like Reed.
Going back to that Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings kind of era of our wide receivers. Pretty good. All right. After that, SC still has a 1-point advantage over Isaac. JC still playing some catch-up, 4 points behind, tied with the audience who came alive with Christian Watson. Lions defense crumbling. I see you, Coach. All right. Who will be the highest scoring? We've already asked that. So who will be the highest scoring? Well, you guys kind of answered that as well, but I guess I'll put you on the spot with a specific position, all right? So you have to go tight end, running back. You got some of you said T.J. Hawkinson. That also leaves you Cole Kmet. That also leaves you Khalil Herbert, Johnson.
I think you skipped the question.
Huh?
I think you skipped the question. Did you? Who
wins yeah.
No, Vikings playoffs? Vikings playoffs, right?
Yeah, sorry. It moved up on me, and that's yeah. So which is the most likely outcome for the Vikings? Win the division, wild card, miss the playoffs. Okay, so those are our options. You could say they could win the. You could say they miss as well. I guess that's your 3 options. All right. So we'll go this way first. We'll go Isaac, JC, SC. So Isaac, which one of those do you think is the most likely scenario? And it starts now.
Even though they've got an easy schedule with the Bears and the Raiders, the next 2 games, the Raiders have been better. In Cincinnati, it doesn't look as daunting, but they played Detroit twice. This might be a Homer Packer pick, but I'm actually thinking they're most likely, even though I like Dobbs, to miss the playoffs. They played Detroit twice. And Green Bay is only a half game out if they lost tonight, but even if they win, they're only a game and a half out, and they play Green Bay at the end of the season. I actually think they miss around 9-8. I actually think they miss the playoffs.
All right. Nothing wrong with that. It's one of the 3 options. It's a realistic outcome. They've been on a heck of a win streak. You gave me some time to spare, so I'll give you one more point there. give you half a point to give you 1 point. Okay. So JC, that means you cannot take that they'll miss the playoffs. Okay. So that's not an option for you. What is your answer? And it starts now.
I think they'll make it in as a wild card. I mean, them going out and getting Dobbs is probably. I mean, I was kind of a little on edge about it at first, but he's been really great. Like he's been what I wanted. That quarterback. I mean, our line isn't great, so somebody that can make a decision to either run or like do what they got to do to get rid of the ball. That's what we've really been missing. So I think having him is something that can help us. At least solidify a wild card spot. I mean, and if they do, Jefferson's going to be back, and that's an opportunity for them to make a push if they can in the playoffs. So I think they make it in as a wild card.
That's a good point. Finishing it with a little bit of time to spare, giving you the half a point. So wild card, very doable. For
the astronaut, baby.
Astronaut. All right. SC, what do you cannot take it? Why are they going to win the division? Give it to me.
Yeah, simple. They're the only team in the division that's undefeated in the division at 2-0 right now. They're gonna go in there and beat the Bears. They're gonna go in there and beat Detroit twice at the end of the season and Green Bay. They're just gonna hit that streak. And guess what? We're gonna go into the offseason questioning: do they go Josh Dobbs or Kirk Cousins into next season? It's gonna be good if Jefferson's back. You're not stopping them. Dobbs is on fire. You have Addison. You have Hawkinson plus Justin Jefferson. You're not stopping that offense with Joshua Dobbs is looking great, man. He's a league winner right now.
And the defense is looking good too.
And you talked about your man Tyson Chandler, right? I got to give you one more on that. Just and getting that there. Coach said Hawkinson is the answer, but I love me some Herbert. Wild card says no. Should have added losing on a Greg Joseph missed field goal. I forgot about that one. That's a good point. I don't know what Minnesota's going to do. I'm opting to them honestly not making it, but I think that's, like Isaac and I talked about, the Packer fan appealing within me to come out and do that. So, man, SC, you sounded so convincing. Detroit looks beatable. They played really bad the past 2 games. They got lucky to win 2 weeks ago. Something's going on over there. I think it's defensively. Their secondary, I've said it all season. I'm sure SC has pointed it out as well. It's kind of one of their weak spots of that defense. Alex Anzalone's been great. He stepped it up, and people don't realize that. So there's that. If the Packers get it healthy and off IR, they can get to the playoffs. That's what I like to hear, Mel. Giving you 3 points on that one. That's where 6. Showing the Packers some love. Board meeting and progress. We didn't know we had that. Okay, here it is. So let me give the breakdown. SD has 26. Isaac has 24. JC has 22. The audience has 21. So still anyone's performance. SC's got a slight lead here. But in case you're watching the show for the first time, I want to say thank you for joining us first off. But this is a mystery question, so they don't really get a chance to prepare for it. I'll pretty much keep every show that way just because it's fun, okay? And this is always a fun topic of debate. We've had a lot of fun talking about the NFC North, but it's time to talk about the Cowboys. The Seattle versus Dallas next week will be the next Monday night game. Say what you want. That's a pretty good matchup, all right? How far does Dallas go this year? Are they going to be a no playoff team? Are they a wild card team? Are they a divisional round winner? Are they a conference winner? Are they a Super Bowl winner? All right. You can spin it any way you want. You can spin it as a loss. You can spin it as a win. There's 5 options there, so there's plenty to choose from. And up first is this. We go JC, we go SC, then we go Isaac, okay? That's how this one works. 40 seconds, JC. You get to talk about your favorite team, the Cowboys. Let's go.
Man, I'm looking at their schedule. They got the Eagles, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Lions. I mean, the Commanders have been putting up some points too. But, I mean, that's a tough schedule. I mean, there's an opportunity here where they don't even make the playoffs. So I'm going to go with them not making it. For how good they've looked, there's an opportunity here for them to miss. Like, they have looked really good coming out of the bye week. Since the bye week, they've been insane. But, man, looking at this schedule, it's going to be tough. They got to win on Thursday and then just keep winning. But with the Eagles have been on fire, so that's probably a loss. The Bills have been, hurting a lot, so they're going to try to go out and win there. That's a potential loss. The Dolphins are going to probably go out there and win. I mean, it's tough.
You set the bar. You're the new leader at 30. I felt like that was the A good option, but you gave a lot of good reasoning for it too. Most importantly, that's kind of what matters on this last question. All right, SC. So you cannot say they will not make the playoffs. That's not an option for you. How far are they going, and the why? Let me hear it.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get into the playoffs easily. They play the Eagles again, sure, but they play at home. They're undefeated at home. Dak's on fire in the past 5 games. He has 3 games with 4 touchdowns and I think 4 with over 300 yards. They're going to get into the playoffs. Now, what they do in the playoffs, they may be that first or second round exit. I don't think they're going to win the conference. There's other teams, San Fran, the Eagles, that look better at that time of year, where the Cowboys just end up choking, but they definitely get in the playoffs for sure. Right now, the 5 seed, they're not going to drop out into the 9 seed or anything like that. There's just not enough teams.
Are they losing in the wild card, divisional, conference? Which one?
Probably in the wild card. Let's see. Right now, if it was today, they would play who?
The NFC South winner. So you're taking the wild card exit. Okay, that's what I got you at. I'm going to give you a half a point on that one. See what you go there. You are the new leader. Isaac, you got some work to do. You can't say no playoffs. You cannot say the wild card. Where do the Cowboys go? This is possibly for the win. And it starts right now.
They've been I'm going to take some points. They've been great at home. And they're playing Seattle and Philly, and I think they probably split those, but they're going to beat Detroit and Washington. I think they're going to end around 11-6 or 12-5 and do the classic Cowboy thing and beat a bad NFC South, or if it's a surprise of their division, they're probably the NFC South winner, Saints or Atlanta. They're going to beat them, and then they're going to lose in the divisional round to San Fran or Philly because I don't believe in them on the road, and I need to see Dak do it in the playoffs on the road against an elite defense. He did play good against Philly earlier this year, but Philly's pass defense isn't super special, and they like to hang around with teams.
All right, I gave you one more at the end. Let's see what the audience has to say. Dolphins versus Cowboys, which team can win? Both have beaten a winning record right there from Coach. I think I just hid that, JC, my bad. Cowboys in playoffs, lose to the Niners or Eagles per usual. Yeah, Coach. They just went. They can't beat the Eagles. So some people are saying the same old saying. Nobody went really bold there and said the Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy, with Dak Prescott being a dad. No. I just think that there's some potential there. But, hey, it's the same old, same old. And with that being said, we do have the audience coming in at 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 33. JC coming in with 10, 20, 30. Isaac coming in with 10, 20, 30. SC coming in with 10, 20, 31. SC, you are the winner of the show. The floor is yours if I can get you over here, sir. I've been trying to do it all night. There we go.
Yeah,
Dragon.
man, second time's the charm. We came back. We wanted to dominate. It's always fun and entertaining, these questions. I feel like I'm on Stuff the Swab, right? And you're kind of the swab because you have the answers. But it's always a good time just competing and talking some football, man. Again, find me at the PPR Show on X every Tuesday, IDDP, individual Devi defensive player on Dynasty Pros, and every Thursday, IDP start sit on RPO football.
Yeah, congratulations. I thought you kind of had the boldest call saying they won't make the playoffs. I really didn't think that was going to be an option. So that was honestly the tilt. Great job. Great knowledgeable person. I love having you on the show, SC. Please come back. Isaac, let's get you over there. Floor is yours now as well. Thank you for joining us, man. And anything you want to say, the floor is yours.
No, man, I had a blast. I would absolutely love to do this again. This was so much fun. First time going on a show like this. This was super cool. And done fantasy for 25 years. So this was a blast. Catch me on, I've been promoting all my stuff on X, like you've seen. I'm going to be doing a podcast actually tonight, right after this. It'll be out tonight. Another Picks episode on Thursday. I'll be talking some fantasy tonight. It's on Facebook, Instagram, not Snapchat, but TikTok as well. I put on Spotify, iHeartRadio. It's everywhere. So, yeah.
All right, man. And, and I'm going to tell everybody his X at the end. But, yeah, make sure you go check it out. He is everywhere. He's a lot of content coming out, a lot of polls, too, he puts up on his X. So make sure you go check that. JC, real quick, I know we got to prep for the break here and get the video loaded. Anything you want to say, homie?
Hey, I'm just here for the fun. Hang out tonight. We're going to be watching the game. Got the break going on. Got 3 more spots left, so it should be fun.
3 more. You heard it, Black Friday. Hey, I misspoke. You guys got 28, not 33. I knew something wasn't adding up there. It was just stumping me because of how I wrote it last second. Good job, though, Coach. Great job, Mel. Thank y'all for being here. We do have a great matchup, Chicago at Minnesota, NFC North battle. You heard these guys reasoning. If Minnesota wins this, they can make a big run. If they lose this, they're only one game ahead of Green Bay. That becomes a much more interesting kind of 5-6 race. So come join us. We got the break. JC makes these videos that are like better than ABC.
I didn't make one this week. Not this week.
You
man.
did. Oh, you did. Okay, well, totally you did. Got the break clock. Well, come join us. Once again, Izac SC, thank you for joining us. Episode 36. Thank you for listening out there. Click the subscribe button for us if you get a chance. Leave a couple comments. Let us know if you like the show. We'd love to have any guest here as well. We'll see you next week. And once again, thank you for sharing your time with us. I'll see you guys around. Peace.